Welcome in. Hello, my YouTubies. We are going to go ahead and get started on the market recap and see what the market did overall today. Typically, I'm only looking at SPY, the Qs, oil, and gold for my market recaps. So let's get into it. All right, so first looking at SPY, we have the market on the daily time frame. I have that the market did pull back over this past week. We saw it go up on Thursday and Friday, but we have not gotten back to those all-time highs. I want to be mindful going into next week that we could definitely see a rejection here, and we'll just have to wait for those candles to tell us whether or not we are going to reject. But looking at market structure, I would not be surprised if we did reject in that area, and so I would definitely be cautious into that area. We have a $20 difference between current price and those highs, so roughly 741 back up to 760. Um, and we'll just have to see if price wants to continue to push higher or if that is going to be the end of it. I do have my fib here, and if this was indeed a change in the market into a downtrend, making a lower low here, I see us pushing back into these highs back in January 2026, just back in this time frame. I see us pushing back into these highs or pushing lower into these highs to create, market structure, further market structure, giving us a higher low here on the bigger time frame. So just we want to be mindful pushing into that. On the SPY, let's see if Q's is telling us a similar story. All right, same thing. We saw a break of this trend line. We did have some lows here, and price did push lower. And so we could be pretty much seeing the same thing. We could be pushing back up into these all-time highs on the Qs before we making a lower high before we actually push lower. And so that same point would be in this area if it's going to push back into this area for some higher lows to be created on QQQ. So similar idea here. We did see a push up in the market on Thursday and Friday, but overall we did see a downtrend in the market on QQQ. So if you're going to be taking calls next week, just be mindful of that area. I would want to break above those highs before I continue to have any plays to the upside on the Qs. On gold, gold has just continued to dump, 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 dump. And um, I feel like it can continue. We do have a support area here down at 36.62. And so we'll see if this continues to make lower highs and lower lows, pushing into the support at 36.62. And so my eye would be to continue shorting gold until we, broke structure to the upside. So that's what I see on gold. We'll see what happens Sunday night when the market reopens. But as of right now, I would be interested in continuing to short gold. And last but not least, oil. So we got some consolidation here on oil. And that consolidation kind of started on April the 2nd, or that week, the first week of April is when that consolidation kind of started to move sideways. I do see that we could probably continue to push lower on oil. Again, I do have a support area here at 73.60 roughly. or it just depends. Depends on where it is when it actually makes it down here, but this blue line is a support area that I see on oil. So we'll see if that support holds or if it breaks through that support. It has been respected back here. This trend line was created in February of this year. And so if oil is going to continue to respect this trend line, then we'll see, a rejection here. But as of right now, I do see that oil can possibly continue to push lower. And that is my market recap. Again, that was SPY, Qs, oil, and gold. We want to make sure on those indices that we are seeing a break of those highs before we continue to go long in the market. There was a possible change in direction, and so we want to be cognizant of that if we are going to play those indexes to the upside. But this has been fun, guys. I'm going to continue to do these. I'm going to do these every day. I'm going to do just a market recap. And so I invite you guys to come back, do market recap with me, ask any questions that you have, like, comment, and share this information out to someone, excuse me, that may be trading the market and looking for some insight on which direction they would be looking to go. But until then, I'm out.